everybody, it's Jen. Welcome to a 5-minute card video. I'm so excited to be here with you today. We are using the Better Together stamp set by the Collective Creators. This is a stamp that Mary, Courtney, and I designed exclusively for the Collective Creators, and it's the first stamp set we've ever designed. So it's super cool to get to work with something that you had an idea for, and to see it come to life and play with it is really neat. So we designed this so that the world was separate from the cup with the little crafty tools inside, and we did that to give you more versatility with the stamp set. So for today's card, I'm going to be using the world. I want to recreate the logo to some extent for this card. So I'm going to be using my Versamark ink. This is a sticky ink for heat embossing, and I'm stamping that a couple times, and then I'm going to go ahead and use some fine detail gold embossing powder. So my globe will have a beautiful gold shine to it. So I'm just going to add the embossing powder and use my heat tool. I did make sure to have my heat tool warmed up for at least a good 10-12 seconds before heat embossing that. And then I wanted to make sure it was cool before I started doing my watercoloring. I wanted a really soft look for this card, very similar to that of the logo. So I'm using my Arteza Water Brush pens here, and I'm just adding some of the color to my glass mat, and then picking that up with a water brush. And this will allow me to get that really soft, pretty watercolor like the logo. Now, where the two colors meet, I am going to blend those together. So that happens a little bit here where the green meets the pink, and then again to the left-hand side of the world where the blue goes into the purple. So once I get the blue down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in my purple here. Just going to get some of that color down on the glass mat. Now I do go back over the pink a little bit more. I felt like the pink really muted once it dried, so I will go over that again. But for the most part, I colored this image with one layer, and it was really quick and simple. So perfect card to make for a collective creator friend, maybe someone that you've met since you've become a member of the Collective Creators. And I really love how it turned out with the gold embossing. So as you know, in our logo, the water is actually white. So I'm just using my smoke gray marker here to add a little bit of shadowing around the land, and just adding some dimension to the water. And here's where I'm going over with a little bit more water just to mute that out, and that's where I felt like that pink got pushed back a little bit too much, so I am going to go back in with the pink and just touch that up. I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. With the magic of editing, I was able to skip through that part. But now I'm going to work on the sentiment, and I wanted to curl up the Better Together sentiment so that it fits kind of snugly in that half moon shape. Would it be considered a half moon? Anyways, it has a curve to it. And originally I thought I was going to use some black ink to stamp that out. And you're going to see here, I go to put it down and I stop. I really didn't like it. So I'm going to change my mind here, and I'm going to heat emboss that with the gold instead. I'm just wiping off the stamp with my stamp chamois and then stamping that out onto just some scrap cardstock that I had to get most of that ink off. It's okay if there's a little bit of the ink residue because it will be covered by the gold embossing powder. But there we go. Now we have the gold sentiment on the card, and I think that looks really pretty. Went ahead and used a stitch rectangle die to cut out that card panel, popped it up on some fun foam, and there's our 5-minute card for today. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you really soon in the next one. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.